I've been working overtime like crazy just to show you how.
Hey sis, welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle. If you are new, and if you're not new, hey sis, welcome back. As you can tell by the title of today's video, it is all about designer dupes that you need in your wardrobe this spring and summer. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, just keep watching. Okay sis, I know that you came for the tea, so let's not waste any time. Let's dive right into these items. If you're anything like me, then you love a good designer fashion house ready to wear item, but you don't necessarily love that ready to wear price. Am I right or am I right? Well, I have discovered a few designer dupes that I think you absolutely need to have in your wardrobe this spring and summer, and it comes at a really affordable price. So the first item that I want to share with you guys are a pair of sunglasses. Now I'm going to pop up a picture of the designer pair of sunglasses, and as you can tell, these are just a pair of gold frame sunglasses. A lot of fashion houses have done duplicates or a variation of this very basic, very simple frame. Dolce & Gabbana has done it, YSL has done it, Gucci has done it, Celine has done it. Just about everyone has done a gold frame pair of sunglasses, and this particular frame can really run you anywhere between $200 to almost $500. I think I saw a pair from Celine that ran about $420. I think the Gucci pair was somewhere comparable to that price point, but I want to let you know that you're in luck, because I was able to find a very similar pair for $14.99. Yes sis, $14.99 on Amazon. And so here is a picture of the dupe sunglasses that I was able to find. As you can tell, they are so similar, and what I love most about these sunglasses, obviously the price point is there, but also the product itself is a good product. I was actually very surprised when I received these sunglasses how weighty they were. You know, sometimes you can pick up a pair of sunglasses from, I don't know, just any store, and they're very hollow. Like when you place them down on a table or on a hard surface, you can hear just how hollow the material is. I love that that's not the case with these sunglasses. They don't have that kind of hollow, cheap, and inexpensive sound to them when you place them down on a hard surface, as well as how sturdy the glasses are themselves. Like the screws are really tight, so you do have to put some effort into just opening them up and placing them on your face to wear. And I absolutely love that about these sunglasses. Not only that, but they look really great, and they come in a variety of shades and colors for the lenses. And I will leave everything that I'm talking about today linked down below, but go ahead and check them out. Again, $14.99. You cannot beat that price with a stick in comparison to the actual designer frames from the major designer houses. All right, so the next item that I'm excited to share with you guys are going to be a dupe of the Prada Nylon shorts. Yes, yes, and yes. When I came across the Prada Nylon shorts, I was just like, chef's kiss. And it's so funny because I was just watching a video from, I think her name is Cassie on YouTube. I was just watching one of her videos yesterday, and she was talking about some of the trends, the most notable trends that we've been familiar with over the last 1 to 2 years that are kind of making their way out of what is considered trending right now. And one of the things that she raised up was the fact that our standard elastic kind of spandexy biker shorts, those are slowly starting to work their way out of what's trending, and these more nylon kind of boxer style shorts are really becoming the new trend. And I absolutely love that because, well, I love these shorts from the moment that I saw them. Now, the Prada Nylons, as you can see here, run at a price of $950. Nylon shorts, $950. They are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. And while I've never actually seen them in person, I'm sure the material is there. I'm sure, you know, they probably feel amazingly lush across the skin, but I just simply wasn't willing to pay the Prada price for a pair of shorts like these. Why? I think mainly because I don't know that this is an item that I am going to love long term. And that's one of the things that I really can appreciate about the designer dupes and how some fast fashion houses are recreating those designer looks for less, because not all of us are going to really stay with the trend long term, right? I feel like these shorts are going to be something for me personally that I enjoy this spring and summer, but I don't know that a year from now I'll still enjoy these shorts. So I love that I have a designer dupe that I can select, that I can choose from, and still kind of create a really high fashionable look, but at a much lower price point. So Nasty Gal came in clutch. You hear me? Clutch. By creating a designer dupe to these shorts that are just $22.26. Yes, sis, you heard me correctly. $22.26. When I say the moment that I saw these on Nasty Gal's website, I swooped them into my cart with the speed of quickness. What I do enjoy about these shorts is that they are so casual, and so you can maintain that look this spring and summer by keeping it very casual with like a nice pair of sneakers and a very simple top, or you can also kind of make it a little bit more interesting by doing like a poplin button down, a linen button down, and kind of zazzying up the look a little bit. You can also wear it with a pair of heels, but I love that these shorts have the flexibility to go both very casual, but you can also spice it up and make it a little bit more sophisticated. Okay, sis, we are going to move into shoes, and I have two pairs of shoes that I'm so excited to share with you. Now, this next pair of shoes that I'm getting ready to share, I first saw them on Jeronika Maisia. She, I believe, either talked about them in a video or it was on her Instagram. One of the two, sis, but when I saw them, I gagged, okay? I absolutely gagged. But it is the Chloe Betty rain boot. Sis, there is something about that Chloe Betty rain boot that I live for. Like, my soul got excited when I saw her in the Betty rain boot. And what I love most about it, it is literally an elevated take on a regular galosh. Like, who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thunk it? It's so sleek. It's so classy. And then the colors that it comes in makes it so versatile that honestly and truly, you don't necessarily have to only wear them in the rain, but you can wear it in the fall. Like, whenever it gets cold out, you can really pull these boots out. If you live in cold climates, you can absolutely wear these, you know, probably, I would imagine, in the snow. I would do that. I don't know. I'm from Connecticut originally. I would wear them, you know. But anyhow, this boot, if I'm not mistaken, came out at the latter part of last year, if I'm not mistaken. But because it has been out for some time and it is kind of out of season, you will find this boot in Farfetch. You'll find it on List, Rue La La. You'll find it on Gilt. You can find it in a ton of different places, and the current price point for it is fluctuating somewhere between $300 and say $450, somewhere around that price point, which in truth really isn't bad for a designer rain boot. But sis, when I tell you that ego basically copied and pasted. Now, I don't know if I should really be saying that, but when I tell you that they did a dupe of this boot that is so on point, they did not miss. Take a look at the dupe picture. Just take a look. Just take a look. When I tell you that Ego literally, I mean, down to the pull tab at the back of the boot, to the shaping along the side of the boot, to the way that the traction on the sole of the boot is angled. I mean, they literally recreated the Chloe boot at a more affordable price. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I was on Instagram and I was the recipient of one of their targeted ads, and it was what they call their Wellington boot. Sis, when I saw that boot, here again, I hit that shop now button, went over to the Ego page, saw what colors they had available, put my size in, click checkout so fast, because I wanted the Betty boot. Like, I had wanted the Betty boot, and I really had forgotten about it. Like I said, I saw Jeronica Mycia wearing the boot sometime last year, and when I saw it, I loved it. I thought it was a gorgeous, gorgeous boot. But to be quite honest, I had just completely forgotten about it. So when I saw this on Instagram, this ad come across my page on Instagram, it was a no-brainer. The boots, these boots, the Wellington boots on Ego, retail for $52.99. I'm sorry, sis. There was nothing to think about. There was nothing to think about except, do I do next day shipping or do I do standard shipping? Those were the only kind of questions that I had circulating in my brain. Next day or standard shipping? How quickly do I want to receive these boots? Because they are, this is a dupe, honestly, like nearly done to perfection. It is so similar to the designer that honestly all that's missing is probably the Chloe name embossed on the boot itself. Again, they had just as many color options as Chloe had. There is a very like neutral color. There is a brown color. Of course, I chose to get the hunter and with the brown sole, the hunter green with the brown sole. But I absolutely love these. And in truth, I mean, there may not necessarily be a reason for me to have these in more than one color, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be surprised if I found myself going back to order another pair in another color. Obviously, I have received the boot. I have worn the boot. I think I wore the boot, if not the same day that I got them, the next day. I can't recall which way that went, but when I got the boot, it either rained that day or it rained the following day. And whichever day that rain hit, honey, I put those boots on and I wore those boots. And they're quite comfortable. I did some walking. I live in the DMV. So I happened to be going into Georgetown that particular day. I metroed into Georgetown that day. And honestly, I was rather impressed with the amount of walking that I did, just how comfortable those boots were. So $52.99, sis. It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, sis. These next pair of shoes have been all over the interwebs. And honestly, now let me say this. When I started to see these shoes, or when I began to hear of other people talking about this shoe brand, and I saw the shoe, I already had a dupe of it. So this was not a matter of being like influenced by something that was already trending. I had actually purchased the dupe of the pair of shoes that I'm getting ready to share with you because I needed to wear it to church. I needed these shoes to wear with a dress that I had bought to church back in November. Had not really heard of this shoemaker per se, and if I had seen the shoes, I probably thought they were the same exact shoes that I had already bought. Like, I didn't realize there was a designer that made this type or this style type of shoe, and that's going to be the Mock and Mocks, specifically the double bow embellished PVC pumps. Now, like I said, I obviously have the dupe, right? That's why it's a part of this video. But for the price point, I just cannot. Like, I simply cannot make sense of paying the Mock and Mock price point for what these shoes are. For one, the shoe is a very elegant shoe. So it's a shoe that you're not going to get a ton of wear out of. It is not an everyday shoe. Now, if you do want to stunt on the girlies, fine. You can absolutely do a pair of jeans and a button down with this shirt, a cute blazer. Like, you can absolutely turn this into a dressy, casual kind of look. But it's not going to be an everyday shoe. This is not a shoe that you're going to wear into the office. This is not going to be a shoe that you wear to church every Sunday. This is primarily going to be a shoe that you may take some pictures in for the gram, and you may wear it again at your, I don't know, church's banquet or something like that. But by and large, I don't necessarily find this to be a shoe that you're going to really get your cost per wear out of. That's just my opinion. You know, I'm sure there might be ladies out there that are really getting their cost per wear out of these shoes. I just find that I probably wouldn't. So like I said, I brought these back in November to wear with a dress that I had to wear to a particular church event. Again, I am not a silver girl by any means, but the jewelry that I ended up buying, again, this was all very last minute, so the jewelry that I ended up buying for that particular dress was silver, and so for that reason I began to look for a shoe that had kind of like some silver embellishment. I went into Macy's and I found this shoe, but these shoes were about $100. I bought them. I like them. I've received a ton of compliments on them. They looked really great with the dress that I wore that evening. But I've worn them one other time since November. So it really goes to show you that if you like the Mock and Mock PVC pump, you don't have to pay that price tag. You don't have to pay that price tag to still accomplish the look. You can absolutely get that same look. And I mean, honestly, it is so similar. It has the double wrap around the ankle, obviously the bow detailing on the top of the foot. Of course, the PVC along the toe cap area. It is the exact same shoe as far as I'm concerned without the Mock and Mock label associated with it. So again, I will be sure to leave everything linked below so that if you guys are looking for that particular look for less, you can absolutely get it. Okay, sis, so we are coming up on our last and final item, and honestly, this item might be my favorite designer dupe item to date. My absolute favorite designer house is Balenciaga. Now, I know that might be arguable, right? But for the most part, okay, there are some things that Balenciaga does that I'm kind of like, girl, this ain't it. But my style is really effortless chic with a hint of edge, right? And Balenciaga is that edge for me. I think that they really push the envelope in terms of fashion and in terms of what's even considered acceptable. And I really have an appreciation for how they do it. So this next item is a Balenciaga hourglass coat dupe. Now, of course, I'm going to put up the actual designer product first. And as you can see, that is the Balenciaga hourglass coat in the color beige. And this coat is perfection. It is so good. That hourglass tailoring to the coat gives such an incredibly beautiful silhouette. The double-breasted coat action is so just opulent and gorgeous and well thought out. It is a stunning, and I mean stunning, piece of work. She's also $3,200. Yeah, she is. She's $3,200. This coat has been on my wish list for probably going on 2 years. And as amazing as this coat is, you know what? I can't say that I would not pay that. I can't. Because like that is just how much I love this coat. But in truth, right now, I can't bring myself to do it. Someday, sometime, maybe, perhaps, but today, I cannot bring myself to do it. But there is always, and I mean always, a ram in the bush, sis. So, I happen to be scrolling on Nasty Gal's app. And baby, I saw a coat that was so similar to that Balenciaga hourglass coat. The only question was, do I get it in my size or do I get it in an oversized? Those were the only questions. It wasn't, should I get it? Should I wait? It was my size or oversized. I got it in an oversized. I got it about 2 sizes oversized. It's already a larger, or it's a coat that runs large, but I got it about 2 sizes up because in truth, I was thinking to myself that, well, if I get this coat oversized, it'll be enough extra fabric that I could take this to a tailor and have them to kind of create that hourglass shape to this coat. Now, this coat, I think originally on Nasty Gal's site, I think was somewhere around about $118. Honey, an arm, a leg, and a foot beneath the $3,200 that Balenciaga is charging. So I got it 2 sizes too big. But when I got this coat, honestly, it is so beautiful. It is so well made. It is so strikingly gorgeous that I don't know that I want a tailor to do anything to it, because I don't want them to attempt the hourglass shape and mess it up. Like, this coat is so good all by itself that I don't know that I am going to have any tailoring done to it. Honestly, if I'm 100% honest with you, I really thought to order the coat again so that I could have one go to the tailor, and if it gets messed up or if it gets ruined, I have the other one as a backup. Like, that is how much I love this coat. It is heavy enough that I don't know where you guys obviously live, but like I said, I live in the DMV, and for us, this spring is still rather cold. We are still seeing like 50 and barely 60-degree days, in fact. So we've not quite yet put away our like winter items. So for me, and maybe even for you, depending on where you live, you may still be able to get away with a coat like that. But if it is a little bit warmer where you are, this is absolutely a beautiful fall and winter coat that you absolutely need to have in your wardrobe. The colors are so just beautiful. That's actually why I got the Chloe Betty rain boot dupes. That's why I got them in the color that I did, that hunter green and that brown, because it matched this coat. So this coat obviously has a ton of like neutrals, olives, beiges. There's kind of like a very strong like burgundy that runs through the coat, kind of giving it some more vibrance and depth. It is so good, and it is a ankle length coat, so it comes down long, and honestly it makes a statement all by itself. Like the few times that I have worn it, and I have tried to, any opportunity that I can possibly wear this coat, I aim to do exactly that. Now it does not go with every outfit, so you know, you have to obviously be cautious to not try to wear it with everything. But any opportunity that I have had to wear this coat, like I have had to take the coat off and really say to myself, this don't go, you know, like this don't match this, take it off, because I love it that much. Like I want to wear it constantly. But when you wear it, because of its length, because of the colors, it is going to make a statement. It is going to speak for itself. And so this is an item that you absolutely need in your closet. If not for this spring, then definitely for the coming fall and winter. So you guys, that completes our video for today. I hope that you really enjoyed. Comment down below and let me know which piece do you like the most, and if there are some other designer dupe pieces that you have found, what are they and where have you found them, sis? Sharing is caring, so we want to know. Give us the tea as well. But everything that I talked about today will be linked down in the description box below, so just be sure to check those links out if you are looking for any of these items. And if you have enjoyed today's video, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you like this sort of content, let me know that in the comments as well. Subscribe to the channel, because I'm excited to be bringing a lot more fashion content to this channel. So subscribing and liking will definitely let me know that you guys are enjoying this sort of content, and it helps me to know that this is the kind of thing that you want to see here on my channel. So thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for tuning into this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye y'all.
I've been working all the time like crazy, just to show you how I